What's up, y'all? It's your favorite chocolate baddie, Mary Jhay. And I'm live and live right here on MyRadioChicago. I got Jaquiese in the building.
Oh, go.
Okay, now this is long overdue. All right, we go back, man. She was one of the first people I interviewed when I first started doing radio back in 2017. We was on the campus of Carbondale at SIU going crazy.
Way smaller than this, and it's getting big now.
Getting big on big. Now, I actually got up with you on campus from you performing spoken word and doing spoken poetry. So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, I just want to say, on that poem side, the old pen game is not to be fucked with, bro. Like, not to be fucked with. I think the first time I went to like this open poem, what did Live Young and them used to do?
Open mics.
Yes, the open mics in the student center. And I'm like, damn, she was saying her poem. I'm like, oh my God, it's just chills going on. I'm like, you better say that shit. What inspired you to actually like start getting into writing poems and doing poetry?
Probably grammar school. Like, well, I'm gonna take it before grammar school for real. Like, I always had like one of them parents. Like my mama, like when my pops passed away, she always was like, she learned her kids. Like, she knew my sister was a dancer, but she know I ain't like talking. So it was like, how can you get comfortable with yourself, and what outlet could I have you do? Let's write. So we'll write raps and stuff like that, and it'll be like other artists and stuff, they raps until I became like strong enough to have my own writing, I guess, behind it. So I used to just re-rap or rewrite Lil Wayne or Eminem raps and stuff like that. Until I just started becoming my own person and individual, probably around 13. 12, 13. Yeah. Once I was in school, we had people coming. Oh, y'all want to do poetry? Y'all want to write poems? And I'm like, hell yeah, I like this. This fun. So I go do it, and that was actually something that I liked doing. I was good at it, and I realized it got me to have a certain outlet, and so I just stuck with it.
For sure. At what point did you realize, like, oh, I'm not just good at this, like, I'm really raw at this?
High school, we started doing slam poetry. When you start doing slam poetry, they had people judging you. That's the first time you start doing something creative for you. You're like, oh, I'm getting points on this. Then I'm like, oh, damn, I'm getting nice points on this. So I'm actually probably good at this. So now I'm going to start slamming and trying to win and stuff like that. So that's when I started realizing that it was actually, like, people actually gravitated towards what I was saying and what I was talking about. And once you got people in your corner, it's like, you know you're good at it. So you want to.
For sure. Yeah, man. Like I said, from watching you on campus, I'm like, oh, I gotta get home. My show, like, ASAP. Yeah. I had y'all come on the show, say the poem on the show. So next time you come, I know you're gonna drop baddie bars for us.
Yeah,
but next time,
right now too, though.
Oh, shout out to CJ. We gotta have a reunion. Are y'all going to Black Alumni?
I'll probably go. If you go.
I'm doing something big. Me, look, don't quote me on this, but me, Bree Specific, and Cody Mack, we got some shit we might be, try to put in the works for Black Alumni. Well, I want to put something in the works. But, yeah, I definitely talked to them about, trying to figure out what we could do. Because I just feel like it's necessary for us to go back on our stomping grounds. Like, especially for me, like, I felt like when I was on Carbondale, that was really, like, that was really my stomping grounds. Like, I built my brand up from the ground up on the campus of Carbondale. And so
it also gave us a lot of us opportunities. A lot of us was coming back from home, and we didn't know like what we wanted to do and how we could outlet or how them outlets. And it was like those certain opportunities and giving us a space to come, like talk on radio shows. When you start, you're like, oh, I did this before. I can do it again. I could do it again. Yeah, and it's like them first little points. Those be major to like for your career path. So yeah, y'all gave us a lot of opportunities too.
For sure. So Black Alumni, you with us, all right? Yeah, Cody, Bree, we out there.
Oh, go.
So from writing poetry and transitioning into becoming a rapper and rapping over beats, what was that process like for you?
It was a smooth transition. It was like I said, before I started doing poetry for real, I was re-rapping Lil Wayne and Eminem, like just saying it in a slow manner. So like I always like, just really, it's like the same thing to me. Just a little bit more rhythm, more rhyming into it, more saying stuff at a certain pace. Because in poetry, you could just talk, and people won't listen to you. But when you rapping, you wanna, I want to say this line like this, so this could grab them and stuff like that. So just really organizing. That's the only transition that I had a problem with. Like, oh, I gotta say this like this, or when I want to say this online or in the mic, I gotta say it a certain tone or something like that. But it wasn't too bad of a transition.
What made you? Now, this is what I noticed. I noticed what you talked about in your poetry versus the raps. Two completely different people.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about, like, I want to know, like, what you've been through as a female artist coming up. You used to have hair. Yeah. You didn't cut your hair. Like, you know, talk to me. What's tea?
I'm 24. I'm finding myself, and I think that comes with a lot of transition and things of that sort. So when I'm doing my poetry, I know that the people that's gonna receive it and that's listening, I'm gonna let y'all know, like, we going through stuff and we getting through stuff. You get what I'm saying? But more on my rapping side, it's more input of what I'm going through. So poetry is like a broader, like, oh, we going through this, but this is why we going through it. I don't care about the police, I don't blah, blah, but the rapper be like, why don't I care about the police? Right. Why I don't, like, and it just, so it's really the same thing, it's just poetry, just more, my poetry is a little bit more broad, my rap is a little bit more.
I like it. Well, I like the new style. Yeah. I love to see you out working. You know, I didn't bump into you a couple times. Yeah, no, I'm not phony. Okay, I just be having a lot of people come up to me and I be like, huh, what? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get up with you. So I be trying to make my rounds. But you know, like, just seeing you in the studio outside working at events and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, she definitely, you know, making sure she taking her stuff serious, like, in Chicago. And so I love to see that because I already know how you was coming in Carbondale. So I guess I was just waiting for that to be, like, to hit the city type shit.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't overthink people's actions. Like, if I see you, I see you. Hey, I appreciate you. Remember you. Hope it's all good. It's all love. But I never sit and overthink about anything or anybody.
For sure. Now, I want to piggyback off of what you just said as far as finding yourself, and becoming one with yourself and really getting into the identity of Jacquiese as an artist. Yeah. What is some things that you struggled with in the past that you've overcame that helped you be this person? Like, what made you cut your hair?
Well, I had, like, in 8th grade, I had half my hair cut off. I had like half of it cut off with graphics. I used to go get graphics in my hair. So I had a line in my whole life, and then
you decided to get that hair in college.
Let me get a fro. I had a fro, and then I was like, all right, let me lock my fro. Then I had my locks. Then I was like, I woke up one day, I'm like, I don't like this no more. I'm finna cut it off. Then I cut it off. Then I was like, I'm about to grow it back out and get some locks again. And then get back to this short. Then I wake up one day, I'm like, I don't like this no more. I'm finna cut it off. So that's just really how it works. That's how I maneuver. Like, it's just a path, and it's like if I think something, it's like, which is not always a good thing, but if I'm thinking it and I just want to go,
what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, Cancer. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, stay away.
What's wrong with us?
Stay away. Yeah. Oh my God, y'all cool to y'all getting y'all feelings.
I'm over the place. Like, I'm Cancer sun. I'm a Leo rise, and I'm a Virgo moon.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm just all over the place.
Stay away. Oh, red flags just all going.
Yeah, not the red flags.
The only good sign you mentioned was Leo. I fuck with Leos, but baby, them Cancers and Virgos, they at the bottom of my shit list right now. Yeah, bottom. But no, as a Libra, you know, I could be cool with all y'all. I just be knowing, like, all right, Cancer, feelings. Virgo, want to control. Let me, you know, maneuver.
Libras be overwhelming though sometimes.
We be overwhelming. Never. Your mama probably is the sweetest person so in y'all house. So yes.
Nice. I love her.
Cool as hell.
Who?
Cool as hell. When her birthday? She's September, October. October 1st. She a true Libra, okay? Yeah, and it will be no Libra slander, and that's just P. So I want to talk about something. I want to talk about is hip hop in the 2023. You know, and with your style being so unique to who you are, and we seeing people like Young and Mad and Dash Love just really being unapologetic in their field. Do you feel like there's any pressure coming from Chicago and being the way you are? Because I don't think we haven't experienced like that next big artist in that lane from Chicago.
I really don't know how I feel, honestly. Like, it's like, to me, like, the rap industry is like any other industry. Like, you know, I went to school for something totally different, like healthcare. And it's like that same type of stuff go on in healthcare and things like that. Like, you a black African-American woman, you damn near identify with everything that's not the main stream. Like, you a woman, you doing all this. So it's like, you just got to learn how to maneuver through those ways, and you just say, hey, I present myself as this is what I'm doing, and you got the idea if you want to accept it or you don't want to accept it. I think in Chicago, it's like a lot of people, they try to fit into this bubble and this idea, and so it could be just fear of seeing what a black lesbian woman could do, mainstream music media. A lot of people, they don't want to support what they feel and what they scared of, and I don't want to talk down or anything like that, but that's what goes on, and that's just not in rap, but in every industry. And so if you just come with that confidence and present yourself like I'm doing it and I'm doing it well and I'm going to continue to do it, then they don't have a choice but to accept you. And that's why Young M.A. is successful in what she's doing. That's why Dej Loaf was able to be successful in what she was doing, because like I'm apply that pressure behind who I am as a person, accept it or not. Yeah, so that's the idea I be having behind it.
For sure, man. That's the right mindset to have behind it, for sure. I want to talk about this Bop in the Party song. Yeah. First off, very catchy title, right? When you sent me the video, I'm like, Bop in the Party. First, I started bopping, like, for real. Like, okay, but then as soon as first, it's a bop in the party. I'm like, I ain't the bop that's in the party. Like, what was the inspiration behind this song? What made you want to, like, step outside the box and make a turn-up song?
I was in the car one day and I heard the beat and I just liked it. Like, I just gravitated immediately towards the beat. Shout out Jay Perry. And I just, like, I was lit to it. Okay, cool. So I was writing the lyrics to it. I recorded it in, like, 3 different studios. I recorded it in Chicago once, and then I recorded it in the ATL the second time. And I just knew, like, when I was listening to it, I'm like, I got to get a video done. That's, like, the fastest project I ever rushed, because I'm like, this is nice, and I like it, and it worked for right now. But, yeah. Who let this bop in the party? I'm looking at Twin, because I'm playing about it here, and I only be with you. Who let this? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I was vibing with that, and I like the lyrics, too.
For sure. I was vibing with it too. I'm like, I don't know who let this bop in the party, but I ain't the bop they let in the party.
You got your personality, don't you?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I like that song though, for sure.
Definitely. I want to tap into it, y'all. We're going to play it in just a little bit before we get into it. And I put you in the hot seat and you drop these baddie bars. I want to know, like, what does music mean to you? Like, what is music to you? Because for me, music is my life.
That's your life?
Yes. And I don't write music, but it's my life. Like, sure. I have to have it with me all the time. It gets me through a lot. It's like, it's the air I breathe almost.
Yeah, similar. That's for the same thing. It's like my safe space. Like, I don't feel comfortable unless I'm listening to music. Like, people tell you I be at work, and I be telling people, like, I don't work like that. Like, just leave me alone. I be in the corner listening to my music, and I be getting through what I got to get through. Like, and I think music is just like that. Like, you just get to tune out everything and listen. I would listen to ad-libs in music. That's how serious I take music. Like,
yes. Like, the ad-libs be my favorite part. Like, a song could be weak, and the ad-libs, like, shout out to Sosa. I love Sosa. But it's some songs, Sosa raw as hell. It's some songs that's weak by Sosa, but the ad-libs just so crazy. I just be back there, scooter, dooda, like, just not saying nothing.
Just all kind of music. Like, I think I was listening to Midnight Train to Georgia the other day. I was in the car with my homies. They all looking at me like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
I love this type of, like, I just love music, bro, but they ain't got a choice but to feel good about it. I think music is that common ground for everybody. That's why it's a safe space, because if the music ain't on, then everybody thinking. And once everybody start thinking, especially from places that we are a part of and that we grow up in, it's just bound to be chaotic. So music is like a common ground, safe space for me.
For sure. What drives you, like, when you down and you have to lose? Because you took a little break from music.
Yeah, for sure.
What was you going through when you took that break?
Graduating. Transition.
Won't it do it?
Yeah, it will do it. Transitioning back from Carbondale back to Chicago, because, like, if you gone for them 4 years, it's just completely different. You come back, you around
everything completely different,
and then you kind of elevated in a sense. And whether you don't want to accept it or you want to be humble and you want to still be around them certain people, some people be stuck in that same space, that same place. So I had to relearn just my whole communication strategies, like relearn the people that I was around, even though I don't have to do that, but, like, just family wise and things like that, you want to be 100% thorough to what you got going on and who you offering your energy with. So I had to take some time for that to just find everything and make stuff make sense, because I don't like being around stuff that don't make sense.
Nah, for real. Yeah. What helped you, what motivated you during that time? Like, what helped you get through it and be like, all right, I'm finna get back in the lab, I'm about to get back out here, like, y'all got me messed up?
like on that, my family, my people that's around me, like my cousin, all them, like they gon'
That's good.
What you got going on? What you doing? Drop this song. You playing? They gon' why this all sitting on your phone? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just start dropping it, and then so yeah, just the people around me, my support system for real.
For sure, man. Keep them close, like, keep them real close, because you need people like that genuinely support you and genuinely want to see you win and flourish. Like, you need all that good energy in the circle, man. I'm here for it. Like I said, we've been locked in since, way back in. So I want to see you win. I think, you got some good things going for yourself, and if you stay consistent and stay hungry and be willing to learn, you could really go far.
I appreciate that.
For sure. What is one thing you want everybody to take away from you? Like, when they hear your name, how you want them to feel? How you want the people to feel?
I want them to step into their feelings and just, step outside, feel yourself, feel the music, and just get lit. When you hear Jacquiese, understand that we come from certain places, we go through certain things, but we still deserve to live. We still deserve to enjoy the life that we live in. So when you hear my music, get lit, get turned up, and show people why you present.
Okay, we love to see it. Well, we're going to get lit to this next baddie banger, all right? I got some exclusive joint by Jacquiese. You want to go ahead and introduce it? I'm going to let you do the honors, because you ain't no stranger. I was. Well, I'm going to say this, y'all. When you was on my show, it was the Chocolate Baddie Show, and I have just transitioned my show to New Wave Show. So sometimes I be having to catch myself like, oh, Chocolate Baddie Show, and I'm like, no, it's a New Wave Show. Right. And so you done got the whole new drip.
I like it. I'm fucking with it.
For sure. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce this song, though. This banger.
This next song we want to put on, Bopping the Party, live on Issa New Wave. Let's get it.
Let's get it. MyRadioChicago. I've been saying your name wrong the whole time. Why you ain't correct me?
I just did.
Bopping the party, y'all. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to put Jacquiese in the hot seat, and she going to drop some baddie bars. You already know we live and lit. Turn me up.
Who let this bop in the party? I'm looking at twin. Who let this bop in the party? I'm looking at twin. Yeah. Go.